Hello fellow YouTubers, this is Ben back with you in the model shop. Sorry it's been a really long time since my last update, but I'm kind of a seasonal modeler. I do a lot more stuff obviously in the wintertime than I do in the summer, and it's the summer right now. So anyway, where we left off on the last build, I was working on finishing up the air wing, which is now complete, and the ship, except for one part, is all finished up basically. The only thing that has to go on are the life rafts. I didn't forget about those. So here's what's going to happen. And this video is going to be chunk shot over probably a long period of time, or maybe a week. I don't know how much I can get done. But essentially what I have to do is finish up all the figures that are left on this model, and I wanted to put a lot on here, and then glue the whole thing together and we're done, so I can move on to my next big project that I'm really excited about. So without further ado, let's take a quick look at the airplanes, which are sitting on the box. I'll just show them to you and we'll put them on the ship later, and then we'll talk about the figures and what the plan is for them. So let's do that. Alrighty, here we are back with them. I pulled them off of the ship. This probably isn't the best display, and set them on the box right now. But here's everything. They're all finished up. They've been weathered. They have decals on them, painted, ready to go. They look really awesome. So we'll get those on our Independence here as soon as we can. Okay, let's talk about figures. So the ship comes with, well, Dragon always provides a handful of figures on these sprues here, and they're great because they're detailed in 3D. I think you can make it out there. They're not photo etched, what I like to call flat people. They're really nice. The problem is, well, that guy's in incredibly small pieces. There's 2 sprues of these, and so you end up with, like, I think 9 figures are the other ones on this other sprue. So you have a giant aircraft carrier with 9 figures. Not a lot. I wanted more figures. So I ordered these, the Fujimi. Yes, they are obviously Japanese, but that seems to be all there is, and when they're little you can't really tell. And this is what they look like. We'll zoom in here. I've got some of them painted. As you can see, they are also 3D as well. These little guys are seated. I actually plan on putting them on the anti-aircraft guns. They have blue pants because they're going to be U.S. Navy sailors. The thing I was looking at was they're pretty good. Well, no, they're not actually. There's a scale issue here. They're right on top of each other. There, those are guys who are standing seated. Here we go. Sorry, those guys are seated. So we either have like a really huge adult and a really small person, which is possible, or I don't know, these people are bigger because they're Americans, and Japanese tend to be a little smaller, no offense. I don't think these are to scale to one another. I'm not sure what the scale is, but I like the way these look better. So that led to a whole other problem. And I also had these figures. These are from Tamiya, but these are our flat figures. And they are plastic, so they're a little bit thicker. It's better in photo etch, but essentially you can see they're just flat people. So, but they are closer to scale. Actually, not really. They are much more in keeping with the Fujimi characters. I'm sorry, this is just not a very good view of all these tiny little people, but you can kind of get the gist of the point there. Alright, so I went on a internet search, and I found a gentleman who said he used these North Star models. And this is a set, this particular one right here, 72 figures, U.S. or Japanese Navy. And then I bought this box almost the same deal. These are the pilots that they had. So these turned out great. They're 3D. I actually think they're 3D printed, and there are only two problems with them. One, here's how they come, and we'll just zoom all the way in here. They are stacked together like this. I think they're 3D printed, which is great. There's 72 of them on here, but I mean, that's a dime. They're little, and they're so tightly packed, it's going to make it difficult to paint them without breaking them off. The other problem that I had, and I'm sorry North Star Models, but I ordered these things and I bought them straight from the vendor, and there's their email address if you'd like to get some. It took like a month and a half for them to show up, and I have no idea why it took so long. But I do have a couple on deck, various stages of, these are the loose ones, and these are a couple that stayed, stayed on the little sprue right there that I'm painting. But they look great. So I did a couple things because I needed a lot of them. The first thing I did is I thought, well, because it took so long to get them and they're expensive, I'm just going to go ahead and make a mold and pour copies. That did and did not work out so well, but I did end up with a few. There's a resin copy, and they're in the process of getting paint glopped on them. Now these are Japanese pilots figures, but that doesn't matter because you can't really tell them the scale. Starting to get the Mayo West life preservers put on them. We'll get some faces put on them, maybe a couple little other details, and then the pilots will be good to go. So there's a big contrast between those figures and these flat ones that I've got up here, which I think I'm going to take off, and I'm going to try and replace the officers and everyone as much as I can with these guys. I'm just going to do the best that I can, and I want to try and arm all the gun positions. Yes, I realize there's one more thing I got to add, which I'll do last. That's the antennas. I don't think I'm going to put them all the way out. I think I'm going to have them straight up and down because they aren't launching the planes quite yet, but they'll be poised to be launched. So what I have to do now is get all of these figures painted. I think what's going to have to happen is, you see they're loose here, they're going to have to come off the sprues, and I'll probably just lay them down on a piece of sticky tape, and I'll paint one side and let it dry, and I'll flip them over and I'll paint the tape, paint them on the other side. And I think that's the best way to go, and then we'll get them mounted. So that's it for this little segment, and then hopefully the next thing you'll see is the airplane's glued on, and we'll be wrapping this up. Sorry this is taking so long, but that's the way these builds go sometimes. Alright, little update here. Let's just talk a little bit more about the figures. Here is the tape idea. That seems to be working out pretty well for the figures that are loose and laying around. For the Fujimi figures, it worked the best if I cut the sprues like above the figures. So now they're basically being held on the bottom, and I can paint them. These are upside down, they're not done yet, but that worked out really well. Alright, now the North Star pieces, let's do this without doing too crazy. Basically I had to very carefully break them apart so they're on little stands, and you see there a couple of them are painted. These have yet to go. This is kind of a two-edged sword, because while it's nice, you know, you can paint them and everything, you lose a lot of them. They break apart and they go flying all over the place. But basically there's no other way to paint them unless you get them essentially, in groups of two. So that's what we're doing. And then here I'll give you a sneak peek. This ship is essentially done. I made a bunch of progress on it. Here, let's take a look. Alright, I'm going to record from the starboard side, so there's like a grand finale when we're done here. But let's zoom in up here. I've got a few figures up on the bow gun. You'll be able to see the other ones across the deck. I went ahead and got the aircraft all installed, basically in the original configuration that I staged them in before. It's a lot more interesting on the other side. I'm kind of working in a weird circular pattern with putting everything on. Take a look down here. There we go. We've got a combination of the Fujimi figure and the gun, and then the North Star model guys standing around. That dude on the bottom's got his binoculars. The other two are just hanging out. There's our aircraft glued on. Working on little scenes in the closing shots. When we're all done, I'll show you the other side. To glue these aircraft down, all of the Wildcats up on front, basically with the way their landing gear worked, I had to put a dot of super glue down. So in the right light you can see a little glint of super glue, which is kind of a bummer. If you go to the back though, with our dive bombers, the torpedo bombers, the wheels were larger, and I was able to use my liquid Tamiya cement to just set the airplane down and put a little dab there with the brush. It took a couple applications, but eventually it melted everything and they stayed in place. So really excited about that. Alright, that's what she's starting to look like here. Let me finish up these figures and we'll do a closing finishing shot. Thanks for being patient with me on this. Alright guys, this is it. After all this time, and I think probably over a year build, not spending a whole year non-stop working on it. I think I started this over a year ago, and then there were lots of breaks with work and weather and summer and things like that. We're done. I'm sorry that this episode was all pieced together, but I put the last couple of pieces on. The paint's still drying, I think, but I'm ready to call it quits. So with that, again, I'm sorry this is a really long video. I know a bunch of you are probably angry about that, but whatever. Here's the final ship. Let's take a look at it and do a little tour and get ready for our next project. Alright, here we go. Sorry my mat's messy. I've got this little Lazy Susan to spin the whole thing around on so we could take a look at it, but all the figures are in place. We'll start off here on the bow, and I apologize if at any point gets out of focus, but we've got a handful of folks up here on the bow with the 5-inch gun. Got all of our life rafts in place, and the fella's getting ready to launch over here. Got a few people heading out of the ship trying to catch up to the little group meeting. Got our antennas out. Machine guns, sailors walking around. The North Star model kit, or I'm sorry, it's northstarmodel.com. That's where I got the figures from. They're great. I mean, they're not perfect. They're 1/350th scale. They've got little problems here and there, but for sailors and aviators, just kind of in regular poses, fantastic. Used the Tamiya characters are seated there for at our bofers. Zoom in here. We got our remnants of a tow crew here pushing one of the aircraft into place. On the back, just put one sailor down here with his binoculars. He's taking it easy. Should look all the way down the deck there. Had to make some decisions here about the Jeep and some of the tow equipment. Just parked them off to the side. I painted the tow bars yellow because that's what they are today. Now I'm sure they used gray or something back then, but I don't care. I wanted a little bit of yellow, a little bit of color to pop. Couple of flat Tamiya figures still made the cut. There's one cool piece here, so we can do this without getting blurry. Captain of the ship's got himself a little map or paper there, at least I'm saying he's the captain. Guy going up the stairs. Just want the directional finder. The other side of the crew over here on the 5-inch gun. These folks. That'll come into focus. That's it. So all she wrote. There's our USS Independence. So personal goals for this build. I've always wanted a World War II aircraft carrier in 1/350th scale. I wanted one that wasn't too big, that was going to take up a ton of space. I feel that ships should have people on them, unless you're in inclement weather. I think they look great that way. I think like there's a little story going on, that there's, you know, there's additional life to what's happening. I realize that at 1/350th scale this is really hard to achieve, and I'm fortunate enough to have decent eyes and a fairly steady hand at this point in my life to be able to do this. So I'm grateful for that. And I think it looks cool. This was fun. Took a lot longer than I thought. But I think I only have about, you know, I'm going to say close to 60 hours maybe is what really is here. I'm kind of totally guessing, but yeah, that's what I think we have into this thing. So it's a lot of fun. I'm going to find a cool place to display it and get ready for my next project, which I'm not going to start for a while. I got to go off, do some training for work for a couple of months, and then the winter flying season's underway and we're going to be super busy by then. But the next project's going to be the USS Arizona in 1/200th scale. So it's going to be a lot easier on the eye. It's going to take up a lot more room than this. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to go ahead and document that build as well. So anyway, thank you very much to everyone who has provided good comments and feedback and watched all my videos. Feel free to let me know if you have any questions. But that's it. This is great. Time to call this one done and put it on the shelf. Thanks a lot. Take care.